I had no desire to see Heat.
I didn't either.
Although I wanted to see it because...
The Heat. Not Heat.
The Heat, sorry.
Is the De Niro
The
movie.
Heat.
The Heat. But, you know, in the movie, they finally brought The Heat.
Right.
Now I understand the title.
Okay, good.
It took Sandra Bullock a while to see it Melissa McCarthy's way.
Right.
But as soon as she saw Melissa McCarthy's way, well, then she was all in, and she brought the heat. Thus, then, the title of the movie.
Right.
I wanted to see the movie because of Bill Burr, because of our pal.
Yeah, I heard Billy was in it, and I'm like, yeah, I got to see that.
And we had Blu-rays laying around. Sam goes, you know, it really is a funny movie. I go,
Sam liked it a lot.
Mm-hmm. All right, now I got to see this movie. So I watched it last night. The first observation, it's a fucking long movie.
Oh, my God.
That's one of those movies that should not be... How many minutes was it? And if you tell me it's only 90 minutes, then there's a problem. Because it felt like...
seemed long.
It had to be over 2 hours.
Seemed very long.
Maybe you watched the director's cut version or something.
I don't think so.
The director's cut.
I watched it on demand.
What did you think of the movie? You know, I get Melissa McCarthy she's a very funny lady.
Uh-huh.
She's over the top.
Yeah.
Certainly she's playing over the top in this movie, but like 20% less of her over the top would be good for everybody.
Maybe, yeah.
Right?
They just pour it on a little much. With
a little
her,
too much.
Her wacky character thing.
Sandra Bullock, her face at this point doesn't move.
It was a little difficult.
Extremely plastic looking.
I don't know. The jokes, the fucking...
It's an hour 57, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, that's too long. It's too
good?
long. You need 90 minutes. A few of the jokes were all right.
I thought it was funny. I
a
left my
few
balls
jokes
off.
were okay. Now, here's why you left your balls off. And I have a theory for this. Because I was watching it thinking, all right, you watched it with your chick, right?
No.
Oh, jeez, that's my whole theory.
I watched it with my chick, and she likes a good comedy, and she got up a few times to do other shit.
Oh, boy.
Yep. But I didn't want to miss Bill Burr.
Well, then you're just unfunny.
I'm telling you, if Bill Burr wasn't in the movie, I would have turned it off.
Yeah.
And then when he popped on the screen, he was really good.
Yeah, but you also came in and said Bridesmaids was shitty when you saw it.
Yeah, but I changed my opinion on that.
Exactly.
You won't on this, though.
I was distracted in a hotel room when we were seeing Bridesmaids the first time, and then I saw it, without any distractions, and realized, yeah, that's a pretty funny fucking movie.
Were your kids in the room with you?
When? Oh, God, yeah.
All right, sounds like a distraction to me.
Dude, the first fucking problem.
All right,
my kid is next to me with the iPad, and then he's taking peeks. I'm like, you can't take peeks. This is like an adult movie.
Oh.
And then there's some pretty graphic violence in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
So he saw his first, he got a little taste of some graphic violence yesterday.
Graphic violence? Nice.
And then I'm trying to explain, it's just silly stuff.
They're play acting.
Yeah, when the guy got shot right in the middle of the head, that's just silly.
Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
The explosion got to him, and he turned to me and goes, Daddy, that scared me. I'm like, well, it's cartoons.
Oh, don't worry about it.
It's cartoons.
But his little mind, he's like, oh, okay, it's cartoon.
Yeah. That'll hold him for a little while.
You didn't laugh when Melissa
Even after the
McCarthy-
movie, I go, wow, we got to, all right, something went down here today in our house.
boy.
We got to make sure we don't have him just watching these movies with us.
Jesus.
You didn't laugh when she thought Sandra Bullock's pajamas were a pantsuit? That shit's funny.
Well, it was a tux, right? She goes,
And then she goes, sorry, I don't sleep. I didn't know you slept in a tuxedo. That's funny. It's like two-piece pajamas. It's like totally uncultured.
And then you had the lieutenant or captain or sergeant, whatever the fuck, going, in my office.
There was that scene.
In my office.
It was Biff Tannen.
I know.
It was Biff. But then at the end, like right out of 48 hours, she comes in and talks about what a great partner she would be and what a great cop she's a better cop than any of you guys.
Yeah.
It was one cop buddy movie cliche after another.
And then
chicks.
Yeah, that's
Was
right.
it supposed to be cliches though? Like
No, that's just it. I didn't know. It was played much too seriously.
did you see how Melissa McCarthy delivered a few lines? Like, it was obvious that they should have done another take.
She's not very good.
There was like a pause going with her
Not a good
acting or
actress.
something.
She's kind of funny looking and funny and stuff, but she's not like a good
The scene
actress.
that got me where I was not all in anymore was when they had the bar scene where they were doing the.
Oh God!
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, that was so douchey.
And they're finally bonding.
The bonding montage.
The bonding montage was so uncomfortable.
Oh, they're dancing. They're doing shots.
Right.
They got tape on their face, making wacky faces.
Right.
And they're in a bar with like just two old guys.
Slow dancing with old guys.
Fucking hilarious.
Chip likes it.
But it was just so.
Chip, you'd love this movie.
It was so forced.
Yes, it was forced.
It was really uncomfortable.
Everything
it
was
didn't
very
work.
forced.
That didn't work. That part.
Maybe that one part. I mean, that wasn't my favorite part. But that movie's fucking hilarious.
No, it's not.
Jokes are funny.
Not really.
Oh, what was your theory again?
See, my theory was he watched it with a chick.
Oh, okay.
And I could see if you're watching it with a girl, the girls might laugh at certain things, and then you're like, oh, that's
What's
funny.
the dude that the
Paul Feig.
Yeah, he does like chick comedies.
He did Bridesmaids.
Yeah,
Was he-
he's
was he
known
a
for
fruit?
doing some chick comedy.
And he created Freaks and Geeks. And he was in the film Heavyweights.
Mm-hmm.
Not only did I not watch it with Jess, but Jess was at work. And I called her because I was laughing at that fucking tuxedo pajama joke.
Jesus.
You laughed at that one?
I cracked up. I called Jess to say, I'm laughing out loud alone in the house because of that joke.
Did she, like, hang up and find a man? Find a
No.
real man? Real man.
Why? Because it
Wanna
Look, the movie.
come over to my apartment? I'll show you a real man.
wasn't a chick flick. Just because it's women in the movie doesn't mean
No,
it's...
it wasn't a chick flick.
You're
That's fair.
giggling over a fashion joke on a fucking...
It's not a fashion joke.
it
She
was a
called the pajamas a
fashion joke.
tuxedo.
Shut up,
That's
pink shirt.
crazy.
It's a fashion joke.
It's a fashion joke.
The movie.
Fashion. It's pajamas. Tuxedo.
She used the wrong salad fork.
That was hilarious.
Remember that thing? She used the inside fork for the outside.
That wasn't on that
Nancy.
level.
I'm not a fan of movies where the two people need each other. It's like,
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that.
You don't like when there's a little
'Cause they-
heart at the end.
No, I don't. I actually, don't misrepresent me. I don't mind a little of that.
I don't believe that.
I don't like they need each other because it's been done a million fucking times.
It's nice.
I like how they worked the whole Melissa McCarthy thing, too. Like, she's out on the street, she's being tough, and she looks it. But then when you needed to feel sympathy for her, like in the hospital, they fucking pull her hair back and they put different makeup on to soften her look more so
Sure.
she'd be more sympathetic. And then when she's out on the street, she's got a little smudge on her cheek, her eyebrows are a little more mean.
Right.
And then oh, wait, it's the end. We got to make her all nice.
Show business.
Well, what I liked about the movie though is they kind of learned from each other by the end of the
I did
film.
like that there was
That
a
was
little
terrific.
lesson there.
Sandra Bullock was a little too stiff, and
Right.
Melissa McCarthy was a little too wild,
A little
and,
too abrasive.
And we
and,
learned
yeah.
that maybe somewhere in the middle would be good for both of them.
That's what
Melissa
we can-
McCarthy learned not to marry a guy who does tattoos, and Sandra Bullock learned don't
right.
eat like a fatso. They both learned a life lesson.
I don't think it's a horrible movie, Sam Roberts.
It's a funny movie.
It's just
not horrible.
It's average.
Plus, then in the end, I was laughing when my favorite Bill Burr joke was at the end, spoiler alert, when she's on stage accepting her certificate and all that stuff, and then Bill Burr with his Boston accent is yelling, "Take out your gun!"
Yeah.
That was funny.
I'm telling you, he was really good in the
He
movie.
was really good.
And then when they
It's like when he was yelling, "Hold it up, hold it up!" Like just simple shit, but how he does it, it's hilarious.
It's uncouth.
psychopath when his leg is fucking shaking and he's got the baseball bat in his hand.
Let's say hi to Amanda in Canada. Our first phone call of the day is not happening because these fucking phones are broken again.
Uh-oh.
Jesus.
Tim, how about you fix the phones? How about we start there?
shit.
Every day there's a... I'm breaking the screen.
No,
today.
oh no. I
Why?
don't think the screen has anything to do with it.
Oh,
Uh-oh, here comes
Yeah,
E-Rock.
and E-Rock has to trudge in every fucking
You're a
day.
heavy walker.
Oh, man, isn't he?
Yeah, he lumber. He
floor
doth
shake.
lumber.
How about you start there? Fix our fucking phones.
It'll be better in the afternoon.
Hug Opie. Get more out of his hug than you would giving a hug.
There's bugs. There's bugs in the phone system. 'Cause you come in here on a regular basis.
And it worked this morning, yeah.
It always starts off working, but then something happens. Thank you.
did you hug him?
Yep.
Good.
Let's go hug a A-train.
No, he's hugging Jimmy.
I'm kind of mad at myself.
What happened?
I don't know. I got to get more angry. That should have broke.
No, those
The
screens
people
are
at home
very
didn't
hard to
see
break.
that.
Why?
That
'Cause
should
you
have
threw it
absolutely
as hard
broke.
as you could, and it bounced off the glass
Bounced
surface.
off like fucking sadly.
These monitors are very hard
That
to
should
break
have
'cause they're
went-
not really like glassy.
They're not hard to break.
I know. Well, they're
If you have testosterone.
well.
I'll get in trouble for saying this, but I was absolutely going for a moment there and breaking the fucking screen, and it didn't happen. So now I look like an idiot. Amanda, what's up?
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Hey. I was just going to call because I heard you talking about heat and...
But what do you know? All you guys in Canada smoke crack.
Oh, yeah. We're all about here.
Are you near Toronto? Because we're segging into Toronto.
Yeah, we are near Toronto.
All right. What do you got on the heat?
I was listening to the show yesterday, and I heard Sam going on about what an awesome, hilarious movie it was, and I immediately wanted to call, and then especially when I heard you talk about today how it made from the girl's point of view.
Yeah.
The first thing I thought yesterday when Sam said it was an awesome movie was how disappointed you guys were going to be because it was fucking horrible.
See?
She's Canadian.
I got to be fair. I didn't think it was horrible.
Yeah.
But it was, I was hoping for more.
I felt like I had wasted my time that could have better been spent watching a different
Three
movie.
Stooges?
Or Three Stooges, which everybody said was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Kinda.
I fucking DVR'd Little People Big World for this movie.
Or anything
The fucking
else
roll-offs are back together for the first time in a few years on their little fucking midget farm.
Where they both go out and try to find tall people and flop. They came back in a little shoebox.
I gotta know what happened on Little People Big World.
I'll tell you what happened. I get laughed at. Me too.
They just
All right,
gross
thanks,
people out
guys.
with those fingers.
Wait,
Ugh,
Amanda, as a
nubs.
Amanda,
Vienna sausages sticking out of a muffin. That's what their hands look like. Little muffin palms. And then the Vienna sausage fingers. Little midget's hands. Yuck. Oh, imagine a midget making a sandwich for you. Who would eat that fucking hunk of shit?
No, you'd probably bite his delicious fingers.
Yes.
I'll have a Vienna muffin. Get over here. Tastes like cheese bread.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Amanda, as a chick,
Yeah.
did you like the movie?
No, I thought it was horrible.
Yeah. See?
Melissa McCarthy was horrible. She went like way too over the top with the
I don't-
I was expecting a lot more out of it because of Sam Roberts' endorsement.
I don't.
right.
I don't think
Yeah.
Melissa McCarthy was horrible. I think they're still trying to find a vehicle for her, as they call it.
I mean,
in
he
Hollywood.
was.
That was supposed to be a
Semi-tractor
vehicle for
There was
her,
a vehicle for her.
but it didn't work.
How not? It made $160 million.
Yeah, it should have made at least 2.
What are you talking about? It was a huge hit.
Nah, not really. Not with the intellects.
Like who? You and Ant?
That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh.
That's right. We expect a little more from our comedies.
Yeah,
Get it.
the Heat made $230 million worldwide. It was a Melissa McCarthy vehicle.
That's a hit.
A huge hit.
Huge hit.
That's a big hit right there.
I'll say.
If I saw it in a movie theater, I would have not been disappointed.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
like that,
I never would have thought to
but
have
that's
seen
an
it.
endorsement. You got to pay $13. You're not
was
going
ex-
to be disappointed.
I don't know.
Then you could have added $13 to that total right there.
That would have been great.
Could you have my $13?
That's $13.
I meant to. So now, how much did they make?
Now I made 100.
I would have brought somebody too.
I got it.
Oh, wow.
I got it on demand, so you could add that
Yep.
So that's what
on there. It
$6
was like $6. Yeah.
plus your 26. That's $32.
Yeah. Now what's the
Worldwide.
Yep. What's the total now?
229,334,924.
Whatever.
That's huge.
Bill Burr was in a blockbuster.
Yeah.
Good for him.
I wish I could get movies first run at my house. I'd pay like fucking $50.
I don't know why they're waiting.
I'd pay like $50.
When you pay $100,
I'd pay $100.
You pay $100 to watch a movie at your house?
Yes,
I would.
I'd have people come over.
Yeah, but that's what other people would do too. They would just like
And I'd
divvy it up.
charge them.
People don't have $100 to be spending on a pay-per-view movie.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
But
we
there's
do.
enough people that would do it.
Yeah, we do. The three of yous.
I would pay $50, not $100. I'd pay $50, and I wouldn't be doing it like all the time. It's only if I want to,
Right. But
wanna
why
see
aren't they
this movie,
doing
I'd
it?
be like, I don't know. They don't want
They
it
haven't figured out
there.
the numbers yet, right?
Yeah, they don't want it out there.
Yeah.
I do like that it's getting closer and closer, though, because there are movies on demand and early release and stuff like that now.
Well,
on
they do it in
Fios. It's
theaters
like,
now,
nice.
but it's always those artsy films that they know people aren't going to watch
yeah,
anyway.
yeah. It's still in theaters.
But
You're like,
every once in a
"Ooh."
while, you get a still in theaters that is a pretty good movie.
They're actually there's something called a Glendar screen.
A Glendar screen. What is that?
It's a new technology where they're going to have all the first run movies on.
Yeah? I don't believe you.
Wasn't even close that
You
time.
look silly saying Glendar. Who would?
Let's say hi to Lenny in Toronto. Lenny, what's
Hey,
up?
boys.
You
What's
trying
up?
to tend the rabbits, are you?
Nice.
Just killed Curly's wife.
Yes.
Lenny.
How's it going?
That's great, man. Moving afternoons. It's going to be great.
Yep.
Gonna be able to
Gorgeous.
sleep in for once.
Yep.
What do you got?
Very nice. Well, I figured, I'm your number one Toronto fan. You'd want to go directly to me to ask any questions you had about our mayor.
Well, I totally get the mayor now.
Yeah.
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 All right. Thanks, guys. Tap
All
it
right.
up.
Mayor Crack Smoker.
Yeah. Who is he? Marion Barry?
Well, that was the first mayor. We had Mayor Crack Smoker. Thumbs up, Chip.
Right.
Funny.
All right, well, that sucked. To hear the Opie and Anthony Show 5 days a week live on satellite radio, online on your phone or tablet, or even on demand, go to SiriusXM.com. Also, interact with the Opie and Anthony Show on Twitter, @Opie Radio, @Anthony Cumia, and @Jim Norton.